Okay, so first of all, I have a folder here with files for each day of the year. And within each of these files, the data is laid out like this. And if we have a look in the date time column, we can see that I have a row for every single second. So each of these files is really big. And I want to plot some of this data in Excel. So I'm going to summarize the data using Power Query. I'll go to the Data tab and then Get Data from File from Folder. Then select the folder that I want and open it. This is a list of the first 20 files in this folder, and I'm going to click on Transform Data. And this will open up the Power Query editor. Now I don't want to combine all of these files together, I just want some of them. So I'm going to filter using the file name. And I only want some of the days in February. So I'm going to click on each of the boxes from the 4th of February to the 14th of February to get just the days that I want, and then OK. And now I have filtered for the correct files. I'll go to the Content column and I'll click on the 2 downwards pointing arrows to combine these files together. This gives me an example for the first file and I'll click OK. Now there is a problem with this because all of my files include an extra row at the top. So I am going to filter this and I'm going to remove every row that contains blue version info because I know this is the same in all of the files, and OK. Then I will click on Use First Row as Headers, and that promotes the first row and turns them into my column headers. But I still have the headers from all of the other files further down the table, I just can't see them. So now I'm going to click on the Flags column, and I'm going to use a text filter to filter for everything that does not equal. And I'll filter for everything that does not equal the word flags because that's the name of this column, and OK. And then that removes all of the extra rows with the extra headers from the other files. Now I only want 2 of the columns in this table, so I'll click on the Date Time column, then I'll hold down Control and select the OXC2 column, which is the other column that I want, and then right-click and remove other columns. Now I have just the 2 columns that I want, but remember that this is 10 days worth of data and that I have a row for every single second. So this is still too much to plot in Excel. I am now going to select the Date Time column and go to the Transform tab and go to Time and then Hour and Start of Hour. And this removes all of the seconds, so I now have just the date and the hour. And I can now use this to average the data to hours. So I'll go and click on Group By. And then the new column name will be OXC2 because I don't want to change that. Then the operation will be average because I want hourly averages. And the column that I'll be averaging will be the OXC2 column, and OK. And this is going to take a second because it's dealing with a lot of data, but it's going to average this all to hours. And now you can see if we look in the bottom corner here, I have just 265 rows, which is a much more reasonable number for plotting in an Excel chart. There's one more issue that we have to deal with, which is these NaNs here, which stands for not a number. And these are removing a whole hour's worth of data, even though in reality it's probably just a few seconds that do not have a number, whereas the rest of the hour does have values that I can average. So in order to fix this, I'm going to go back a step before I did the grouping, and then I'll filter the OXC2 column. And I'm going to use a number filter greater than, and it asks me if I want to insert a step, and I do, so I'll click on insert. And then I'm going to filter for only values that are greater than 0, because I know that all of my numbers are positive and okay. And again, this is going to take a second because it's dealing with lots of data. But it has now filtered out everything which is not greater than 0. So this will remove all of the NaN errors. If I go to the final step again, you can see that these hours down here now have numbers. I can now go to Home and Close and Load. And again, this is going to take a second because it's dealing with lots of data, but this is still way quicker than if I tried to take all of the files and put all of the data into Excel. And now I've got my table here, I can plot this. So I'll go to Insert and then insert a scatter chart. And I can finally see what the data actually looks like. Okay, so in this video, I have shown you how to summarize data using Power Query in Excel, and that is everything.